Hello guys, it's I, Retrodude here, showing you an awesome Kickstarter that I am astounded and very happy to see. It has been my dream since I was 8 years old to make NES games, and it's called the NESmaker. Make NES games with no coding required. So, no more assembly 6502. It's all simplified. It's basically you get a software and you have the Gezo modular that you basically how it works is when you create games on your computer, so it has a little a screen, and then you've got color palettes and you got AI stuff, and then you got settings and stuff like that, how to change the AI and how to move objects. And I imagine with this NESmaker you can use anything like from a mouse, graphics tablet to create and stuff. I had multiple tries with this video, so I'm going to let the trailer do the talking, because I noticed when I turn the volume up, it blurs over my voice. So what I'm going to do is just say my little bit here. So I would like to show you this awesome trailer, guys, if you like. It's basically inspired by 80s cartoons and 80s movies and 80s video games. Let's go.
Man, I wish you could make our Nintendo game.
Yeah, our game would be totally wicked. Whoa!
Joe! Austin!
Who are you?
We're you! From the future!
30 years in the future.
We came to bring you NESmaker, our tool to create brand new cartridge-based, hardware-playable NES games.
Wouldn't that take a lot of computer programming?
No, young Joe, that's the best part!
We explained it all on this VHS tape.
If you're watching this, that means our time travel experiment worked! But that's not the important achievement. We're here to talk to you about NESmaker.
You see, traditionally, if you wanted to make a NES game, you had to spend months, if not years, learning this archaic programming language called 6502 assembly.
But what if you're not a programmer? What if you're an artist or a storyteller?
What if there was a way to create brand new cartridge-based, hardware-playable NES games without writing a single line of code?
Design your hero.
Create your monsters.
Build your world.
Tell your story on real NES hardware.
With an intuitive front-end interface.
This isn't some hypothetical thing. NESmaker already exists. In fact, we've been around the country for the last year or so showing it off, and this is what some people had to say.
It really, I mean, it's amazing. It's easy. I don't write any programming myself, personally. I don't have to using this tool, which is amazing. So I'm really excited about this project.
It's going immediately from what you envision to the screen without that sort of middle part. This is going to make my world so much easier. Thank you.
I've never made a game, and it's really easy, and I had lots of fun.
With almost no tutorials, I figured out how to make a whole level of a video game.
Let's put yours up there.
That's crazy. I was looking forward to the game, but now I'm looking forward to making my own game.
So, if it's already a thing, why are we on Kickstarter?
Well, since NESmaker was really created so that we could build our game, it's optimized for making adventure games.
And while it can be manipulated to make other styles of games, we want to create genre modules.
And those genre modules would optimize the underlying code and the front end for whatever kind of game that you want to build.
All right, so if they do back us, what kind of rewards are we looking at?
Our primary rewards: NESmaker, the software; NESmaker Kit, the software, blank cartridge, and Kazo flasher. Everything you need to get started. NESmaker Pro, the software, a blank cartridge, and a Kazo flasher in this stylish case. Everything you need to get started in style.
I know this may have opened up a lot of questions.
So we polled our supporters to get the most common questions that people had, and we posted it to our Kickstarter. There's a very long video that should answer most of the things you might be wondering.
So check that out. Check out the rest of the campaign. And if you still have questions, reach out to us for backing. We'll try to answer them as best we can.
What kind of games do we make in the future? Yeah!
Well, there's only one way to find out.
And there you go, guys. That's the NESmaker. I assume from the video that it'll be region free. That would be useful for me, because if I take this from the UK and take it to the NES NTC, I imagine it'll work. The good news, guys, it's already surpassed its goal. Hooray! And I love these kids. They go, yay! Hooray! I'm happy too. Right, you know about the tier rewards. I'm probably going to be more likely to pledge for the NES toolkit, because that seems reasonable. Because you basically get the Gezo USB on the circuit board, cart flasher. Basically, that's what they showed you. So you can reuse it as much time as you want. This provides all the software and hardware you need to get started, and that's a good thing. So I probably will pledge this one. So I'll tell you what it does. NESmaker is a software tool for creating brand new, hardware playable, cartridge-based games for the Nintendo Entertainment System without having to write a single line of code. A few years ago, while developing on the NES game engine in the archaic 6502 assembly language, our team, made of mostly non-programmers, realized that we needed a much more efficient method for rapid prototyping and testing. Instead of digging into the assembly every time we needed to make changes, we capitalized WYSIWYG tools for common tasks that would output rig ganas and manipulate underlining code, developing screens, building animations, altering AI, things like that. We recruited Josh Fallon, a tool developer extraordinaire, to help realize these tools. Before we knew it, we had inventively created the NESmaker. This is so fantastic, guys. So basically, that was the old way of doing stuff, making video games for the NES, and the new way is a lot simpler and easier to. What I like about this presentation as well, they showed you how it works, and it's very simple to make an NES. I like the color palettes on the side as well, so that means you could design levels very easily. I like the fact you could make music tracks very easily. You can make AI move to certain locations. You could take it from here to here to here, here. You know, you get what I mean. You know, you could plan it, you know, if you got like a game plan, you know. I think this is absolutely wonderful innovation to inspire other creators to create your own games. And this is what I was after, actually. So I got to praise I'm going to pronounce his name, Joe Granato, for this. You're officially awesome in my book. So basically how it works. You get an idea for a game, create graphic assets, build screens, test the emulator, flash into the cartridge using the Gezo flasher, play on NES, so I imagine it will work on top loader, NES original and Mattel NES, basically. I forgot to mention, I'll tell you this little bit as well. Currently, what you could do with the NESmaker: design sprite graphics, color palettes that are automatically constrained to the NES limitations. Create assets with properties and behaviors, giving the developer for the NES objective-oriented feel, similar to the modern tools such as GameMaker and Unity. Use text editor to create text strings for NPCs or other narrative devices of your game might have. Create special screens like start screens, end screens, menus, maps, and more. Customizable AI, set imitation parameters such as up to attain, player strength, defense, starting screen, etc. for easy testing. Use the base engine to create adventure games like basic RPGs, basic platformers, basic brawlers, and several types of games. Assemble with one click for testing an emulator. Flash to the cartridge in one click for playing on the actual hardware. Man. I can't wait to buy this. You know, I'm probably going to pledge money into this. I will do. I will definitely will. Because I would love to see a SNES maker as well in the future. Like this sort of product as well. So could you imagine like creating a Rad Racer inspired game, or Street Sports inspired by a game, or Super Mario Brothers inspired game? You know, I love this concept. And I will tell you a little bit about the ending as well. But I'd like to ask you guys a question. What games would you like to make for the NESmaker? Can you tell me in the comments section? I bet you got loads of great ideas. So, risks and challenges. I knew more than anyone that developing for the NES takes time. We spent unexpected 3 years developing and refining our current engine. We have continually had to work into the evolving tool. This is one of the reasons that Mystic searches itself is still in development, and it is possible that each gen module creates new challenges to tackle even more each time than in interfaces. However, since the engine and the tool digital deliverables are available patched and updated, we'll be able to deliver the tool in state and that is time for expected delivery, adding potential gen modules and updated features as they're completed. Alright guys, if you like this Kickstarter of this NESmaker, I'd like you to please like, comment and subscribe. And as Retrodude says, Retro Forever! Signing out. Happy gaming, people.